Summer fragrances can often be disappointing. A lot of the times they don't have great longevity because bear in mind that these seasonal fragrances are more predominantly based on top notes. These are your fresh, invigorating citruses, fruit notes, even your grass notes. And as quickly as they arrive on your skin when you first apply, they are the first scents you smell. They're also just as quick to disperse off your skin. That is why if a summer fragrance wants to have longevity, it needs to be clever. Not that many fragrances are clever with the way they use base notes. These are the more long-lasting notes to make a summer fragrance last all day long. This video isn't just going to be about long-lasting summer fragrances. This is going to be about intense, strong summer fragrances that last at least 12 hours. We're going for the big boys here, both in the designer realm as well as the niche realm. There aren't that many fragrances that meet this criteria in the summertime, so we only have 7 fragrances to cover today. Let's get into it. Mancera's Cedrat Boise Intense, 12 hours plus. I said before, Cedrat Boise Intense is the Dior Sauvage of the fragrance community. If you don't know about this fragrance, get to know it because it is a very good release. Cedrat Boise Intense is a big improvement over the original Cedrat Boise. This is the quintessential woody citrus cologne. If you want a masculine woody citrus with a sharp smokiness in here, with some fruity notes to make it a little bit more rounded and sexy, this is the fragrance for you. This is extremely attractive, safe, versatile. Wear this as your masculine signature, that will get you a lot of compliments. I unfortunately don't have a bottle, but I have a sample of this fragrance, Aqua Di Gio Parfum, a recent release by the brand, and it's very good, by Giorgio Armani. Aqua Di Gio Parfum, essentially to me, smells like it's resurrecting Aqua Di Gio Essenza. A lot of people focus on comparing this concentration to Perfume because Perfume was very popular, but it's more Essenza than Perfume in my opinion. Of course, bear in mind, these are all Aqua Di Gios. They're going to share a similar DNA. It is Aqua Di Gio, but the most important thing is that this is the best version of Aqua Di Gio and it's the longest lasting. At least 12 hours I'm getting here, and it did very well in our public reaction video that you'll see very soon. Metallic, aquatic, herbaceous is how I describe Aqua Di Gio Parfum. I think it's a very good release from the brand, and this is the concentration I currently recommend the most from the Aqua Di Gio line. Just as rapidly as fragrances can change your presentation, another thing that can do the same thing is skincare. Are you looking after your skin? I'm a big proponent of skincare. I've been using skincare products daily for at least almost 10 years now in my life, hence why today's video is sponsored by Tiege Hanley. In my early 20s, when I started using skincare products, I remember maybe about a week afterwards, a lady on the tube in London, one of the angriest and least friendly cities on earth, came up to me and said, "Can I just say that your skin is glowing?" And I was taken aback, and then she walked off the tube. But yeah, I was really happy with that compliment. Skincare is extremely important, and it's a very easy thing to add to your daily routine. Tiege Hanley makes it very simple for us guys. We want consolidated products. We don't want to be overwhelmed by thousands of choices on the market. They have their level 1 skincare system that gives you a daily face wash, AM moisturizer, PM moisturizer, and an exfoliant. These are the foundations of skincare. They're very easy to use and they make a huge difference, especially exfoliating. Dab a little on your hand and then apply it on yourself and leave it on your face for around 10 seconds and then wash off. They are very simple to use products, and you get a very easy to read instruction card that tells you how to use the products. Tiege Hanley simplifies skincare for men. This new routine can make a huge difference for you. For you to try it out, we have an exclusive offer with School of Scent and Tiege Hanley, where we're offering you 30% off the first box you get from Tiege Hanley, getting this level 1 skincare system, and you get free gifts as well from using this link. So get it whilst you still can, guys. Thank you to Tiege Hanley for sponsoring this video. If you guys want to support School of Scent, make sure to check them out. Next up, how can we not include this? Rasasi Hawas, at least 12 hours. Rasasi Hawas is famous in the community. Again, this is probably our Invictus in the fragrance community. It's like a little hidden secret in the online fragrance world. Hawas is a beast mode aquatic, basically. Middle Eastern beast mode aquatic with a bubblegum effect and a slight Middle Eastern plum and incense in here. This is extremely attractive. Again, a big compliment getter. This is very good for the summertime. It's an easy recommendation for fragrance reviewers because you really can't go wrong with this fragrance. I blindballed this. Don't expect a natural fragrance. It is synthetic, but it's fairly safe to blind buy. If you like the Invictus kind of DNA, then you'll like this. Loud, youthful, easy to love, attractive. Hawas is still a big recommendation from me. We're going for another Mancera. It has to be done. This is Oud Lemon Mint, 14 hours plus. This is an incredible fragrance. It is so fresh and bitter, and it's perfect for those extremely muggy, humid, hot days like we get in the UK, where you don't want to wear any fragrance at all because they're so annoying. Oud Lemon Mint is perfect for that. I don't actually like this fragrance on a normal day, but it's perfect for the intense heat. It is lemon sherbet candy mixed with a woody oud backbone. It's the woods and the oud accord that gives it this longevity. And it is synthetic, but it's very pleasant. It's very mass appealing. This will get you compliments as well. It's not my favorite fragrance, but in the intense heat, this just goes to the top of my list. This is the one I easily grab in those situations. So if you want a really unique, creative, woody, synthetic oud scent that works really well in the summertime, beast mode performance, at least 14 hours with a medium projection, Oud Lemon Mint is also one of the best from the brand. Dior Eau Sauvage Parfum. Eau Sauvage Parfum is one of the best fragrances from Dior that a lot of people don't know about. Now, again, in the last videos that I've recommended this fragrance, a lot of people commented, you know, oh, this is such an old school fragrance, thinking this is the Eau de Toilette from the 1960s. This is a 2017 release. This is not old school. This is not outdated. This is a very modern release by Dior. So please do not get the Eau de Toilette and this Parfum confused. They are very different fragrances. Eau Sauvage Parfum, I would describe it as a lavender barbershop citrus fragrance mixed with warm, sexy ambers, giving this overall a mature and smooth feel. This is a mature man's fragrance. I would say be at least 30 years old and above to wear this. If you're the kind of guy who likes to wear professional clothes all the time, you like to rock up to work with something really nice, this is a fantastic 12-hour plus long-lasting, medium to loud projecting fragrance. It's great for the office. It's great for the office in terms of a scent profile, but go easy on the trigger. This is a strong fragrance. I think this is easily one of the best barbershop fragrances around in the mainstream perfumery, and I think it's the amber and woods that give it its longevity here. It has a classical feel, but it's still modern. Zerjov's 40 knots, 12 hours plus. A criminally underpriced niche fragrance. Zerjov has given this away way too cheap in my opinion. I think it's one of those fragrances you need to have a bit of a developed nose to appreciate, but actually once you start appreciating it, it becomes one of your favorites. So I blindballed this fragrance and I was surprised by it because I was expecting a very heavily aquatic fragrance. This is a very strange aquatic. It is aquatic, but it's mainly an amber scent. Amber is tricky to wear in the summertime. Similar to Eau Sauvage Parfum, you have to balance it out with fresher scents. So this is an amber fragrance mixed with salty accords, marine accords. It has some green sharp freshness in here and some masculine woods. It took me a while, but now this is one of my fragrances for life, I would happily say, because not only does it smell very mass appealing, it does give me a lot of compliments. It is very loud, medium to loud projection, lots of longevity, 12 hours plus, and it smells luxurious. I've worn this in the Mediterranean, which is just impressive. In a really intense heat in Greece, something like this that's so amber heavy and so sexy, something that can be worn both day and night, can do really well in the intense heat. It has that warmth, but it still has that luxurious, sparkling freshness that only niche fragrances often can provide. Zerjov is a class brand, and this is a perfect example of why that is the case. And finally, Club de Nuit Intense Man Eau de Parfum. I'm going to keep this simple. This is a Creed Aventus clone, smoky, woody pineapple. Club de Nuit Intense Man Eau de Parfum, I always say, is the best clone if you want longevity. Not necessarily the most similar. The most similar, I would give that honor to Al Haramain L'Aventure, but this Eau de Parfum is a big improvement over the Club de Nuit Eau de Toilette. It's a little more smooth, bit more smoky, very heavy on the musks, which I think is what gives it its longevity, and it's just a much better long-lasting fragrance compared to the Eau de Toilette. Impressive how it's still at least 90% similar to Creed Aventus. It doesn't smell as luxurious, but it smells luxurious enough for the price tag, and that 12-hour longevity is very good for such an affordable clone. And whilst you're getting the strong summer fragrance you were looking for such a good price, you will also get lots of compliments with this DNA. And that concludes this video, guys. What are your thoughts on these intense, strong summer fragrances lasting at least 12 hours? Is this kind of video useful to you? Are you the kind of person who gets annoyed by weak summer fragrances? If you guys know any other 12 hours plus summer fragrances, share them with the rest of the community in the comments down below. Make sure you guys check out Teach Handling in the link in the description below as well to get that free gift and 30% off your first box. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.